मॉर्निंग, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, सुबह बखैर। इस वक्त मैं अमेरिका के कैपिटल यानी कि वाशिंगटन डीसी में हूँ। अमेरिका दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी सुपर पावर है और ये सुपर पावर की सीट है जहाँ पे अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट और अमेरिकन गवर्नमेंट यहाँ से रन होती है। तो मेरे बिल्कुल बैकग्राउंड पे वाइट हाउस, द फेमस वाइट हाउस है। काफ़ी दूर है वाइट हाउस से, तो सामने वाइट हाउस की बिल्डिंग है जहाँ पे अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट रहता है। और इस तरफ है जी वाशिंगटन मॉन्यूमेंट। काफ़ी टूरिस्ट इस जगह पे आए हुए हैं। तो अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट वाइट हाउस में रहता है और ये बिल्डिंग 150 साल से पुरानी इस जगह पर है वाशिंगटन डीसी में। और लिंकन जो था वो पहला प्रेसिडेंट था जिसने इसकी इनॉग्रेशन की थी इस जगह की। काफ़ी रश है इस जगह पर। तो चल के वाशिंगटन डीसी को इकट्ठे एक्सप्लोर करते हैं। व्हाइट हाउस 150 साल पुरानी बिल्डिंग और यहाँ पे अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट जो बाइडेन रहता है। तो चलें चल के जो बाइडेन से मिलते हैं। ये बहरिया टाउन के हेड ऑफिस तो नहीं है कि गलती से? जवाब दे दो यार।
मलिक रियाज की मीटिंग हो रही है।
मलिक रियाज ने कंस्ट्रक्शन की थी इस बिल्डिंग की प्राउडली 150 साल पहले। वाशिंगटन टूर जारी है। इस वक्त हम एक बहुत ही मशहूर बिल्डिंग है, काफ़ी सारी मूवीज़ में भी ये बिल्डिंग आ चुकी है। यूएस सुप्रीम कोर्ट की ये बिल्डिंग है और ये बहुत सारी मूवीज़ में भी ये बिल्डिंग आ चुकी है। जो फेमस स्टेप्स हैं इसके ऊपर लोग चढ़ के ऊपर जाते हैं। जितने भी बड़े बड़े केसेस हैं यहाँ पे हुए हैं। बड़ी हिस्टोरिकल बिल्डिंग है यूएस सुप्रीम कोर्ट की, कैपिटल हिल वाशिंगटन डीसी के अंदर। वहाँ पर जो है ऊपर इक्विस्टिक जस्टिस अंडर लॉ, यूएस सुप्रीम कोर्ट। यूएस सुप्रीम कोर्ट के बाहर कुछ लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। सो गवर्नमेंट करप्शन रूल्स। अमेरिका में भी लोग हैं जो कि करप्शन के अगेंस्ट प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
It's the truth.
Well, we thought there is no corruption in US.
Right. Right.
So that's something new for us.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
We are from Pakistan.
No, it's not new. No, it's not any country you go to. It's not new.
Okay. Well, actually, US is fighting for corruption in other countries, actually, right? So,
That's what they say.
yeah.
That's what they say.
Okay.
And they'll have a war with you for it.
Yeah.
That's why we're over in.
Best of luck. Corruption anywhere in the world is bad, and best of luck with that. Yeah.
The rich.
You're doing the
rich
right
get
thing.
Richer,
Yeah.
and we pay for it. That's the fact.
Yeah.
I don't care what government you're talking about. That is how government works. And the internet is proving to the world, is giving the truth. You can't watch regular TV. You can't watch CNN. You can't watch Fox. You know, you only watch the reality.
What's the best government system in your eye? Kingdom or democracy?
Kingdom.
Kingdom?
One king.
Yeah.
But it was that system ended with actually not a kingdom, actually a judge. If you go back to First Kings in the Bible, First Kings, it talked about the system was run by a judge, which was God's man. It wasn't a king.
Yeah.
And that's the best system. The second is a king. If you got a good king, you got a good way of life. If you got a bad king, your life sucks.
Totally agree with that.
Just the truth.
So we live in Dubai.
Yeah.
There is a king, and you see where it going.
Dubai is a very wealthy place.
Yeah. So there's a single king. He owns everything, and he cares about his people.
And if he
Actually.
does, but when his son or uncle or brother takes over, will he? That's the question. That's always the question.
Yeah.
If you have a good king, you got a good government.
Right.
You know, but if you have a government funded by Pfizer,
Yeah.
Permanente, and the insurance companies, and GlaxoSmithKline, and Halliburton,
Yeah.
and all the special interest groups. Because
Yeah.
if you watch TV, you say, this is brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah.
Pfizer.
Capitalism.
And so what they'll do is they'll give you a shot guaranteed to harm your children. You know,
Well, I got 2 of them actually.
yeah, be careful.
So why are you doing this in front of the Supreme Court?
Because they're part of it too. When the Supreme Court, think about this, when the Supreme Court made a business equal to an individual, those individuals who own hundreds of billions of dollars worth of interest in other countries were able to influence our government, which means foreign influence has a legal inroad to our government. They can pump millions and billions of dollars into policy decisions, and they have ever since our government. Mitt Romney, one of them. So I'm not a Republican, or I'm not promoting Republican, I'm not promoting Democrat, because they're crooks as a general rule. There's a few that are good, but by and large they're crooks. And I would probably say that's true in any country you went to. But we the people, we're a different democracy, because some would say, well, you have to do what government says. But in the United States, we are the government.
Yep.
And so we can't say the government has to take care of it. Because we're the government, we have to react. That's our system. But it's true, if you check on that, when they made it, you watch the corporations, overseas corporations, no wonder we don't have tariffs allowed into our country. Because our multi-billionaires own hundreds of billions of dollars worth of interest in China. So they don't care if China charges us tariffs, but if we charge them tariffs, it costs them money. It's a fact. So when the Supreme Court did that, knowingly, John Roberts in particular, you know, they knew exactly what they were doing. They were giving us away. And you can check.
टूर जारी है। इस वक्त मैं कैपिटल हिल, जो कि पाकिस्तान का इक्विवेलेंट है पार्लियामेंट का, यूएस कैपिटल हिल में हूँ, जो कि अमेरिकन पार्लियामेंट है। यहाँ पे कांग्रेस बैठती है और लॉ मेकिंग करती है। तो चलें कैपिटल हिल को चल के करीब से देखते हैं। ये मेगा बिल्डिंग है, बड़ा खूबसूरत जो है इसका आर्किटेक्चर है कैपिटल हिल का।